It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon, May 28th. Oof. Almost half of 2025, just like that. Boy. Guess there's an alternative. So we're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate, where your cash or credit is not a issue. If you can find a great deal, you can make money in this thing. So make sure you follow us and like and share in all the normal places: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitch, and on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, tap the little bell, select all, so you are alerted when we do go live and when we upload new videos. Got the guys here in Memphis, Tennessee, Torian, and we got Chevo in Tampa, Florida area. So please just post where you're located. TikTok, I didn't really pay attention much yesterday, Monday, so I'll make sure I can pay attention to the questions there. So, but post where you're located, city and state, just to get some engagement going here. Thanks. What's up, Jeff? He says, been a minute. Yes, sir, it has. Trying to remember which Jeff this is, though. But go ahead. How's it going, guys?
I was muted. What's up?
Get that bag. I know that's right. We had a show on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, I was on the road driving back from Atlanta, man.
Oh yeah, I went to Atlanta instead.
Yeah, man. We went to Atlanta, man. Atlanta is popping. Like Atlanta is jumping, man. We was out there in Midtown. We hit up a couple spots in Buckhead. Buckhead is the nicer part, while Bankhead, they be busting head over there, huh?
I think that's the difference. Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, man, we was right there in the middle, man. Everything, all the act, we was in front of all the action. I'm talking about there were festivals, there was carnivals, there was events, all types of stuff was going on in Atlanta, man. And it seemed like there was so many just black owned businesses. I was just loving just the energy and just the black excellence down there, man. It was really, really, really something to behold for sure. Because I ain't been to Atlanta since 2010. Yeah, like 2010. Nah, probably like 2007. Somewhere around there, like 2007. Yeah, 2007, 2008. So just to see it transform so incredibly, man, it was a sight to behold. Like when you see people just running in the middle of the night. It was like 7, 8 o'clock. People just running with their dogs. I'm like, oh man, this is giving me Memphis vibes, downtown Memphis vibes.
Your whole family went, or just you and your wife?
I mean, I don't travel with the kids, man.
Oh, usually so.
Nah.
Hey, that's the one of the number of benefits of having your mom with you.
Yes, mom.
Your damn babysitter. They don't be crying like we want to go. They don't do that.
Mom does be so key when it comes to just being able to make sure that they're good. Like she be like, "Go on, man, you're good." That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We out. And our 8-year-old though, she be like, "Can I come?" I'm like, no, you cannot come. Because when she was 2 and 3, we used to travel a lot with her, and she be like, when we get into like these Airbnb, she's like, "Oh no," and she started crying. I want to go home. So we like, we ain't taking your ass nowhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But now she crying to go with us.
Oh, that's 2, 3. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was like I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Don't remember none of that stuff.
Yeah, she sure don't. She don't remember that she used to cry to go home. Now she want to cry so she could go. So, but it was good, man. We closed out a deal on Friday, so that was good. And then we have deals pending to close. It's a great feeling though. You have deals in the pipeline closing compared to when you just out here hustling and bustling, man, and you're not hitting on all cylinders. I mean, don't get me wrong. When you're hitting on all cylinders, everything clicks as well. But it's got to be a momentum builder. You have to build that momentum though. A lot of people they do a deal, take their foot off the gas, expecting to build momentum again. You got to be consistent with that momentum.
Feeding the beast.
Well, Gemini Ways is in the house. Welcome to the live, as well as Gary Rawls. I think he's still in Brooklyn. What's up, fellas? The homie Ron, good morning, everyone. Kansas City, Missouri, the town. William Jones is saying good evening, team from Wharton, Maryland. And my today's story is my first time seeing you here. Hey, Flipman and team. And Gemini always said, of course, one lane capital, Colorado. And what is this? The Tikizi 77 is in Sacramento, California. Stephen Vaughn said, hey, brothers, Philly, PA, Chevy, what did you get a tan? Hang out on the beach, or did you go to the beach? That's what my question. When you going to the beach?
Huh?
Well, I said you was talking about Atlanta, but I thought you were saying you was going to Atlanta. I mean,
the beach. Oh yeah, I changed my mind. Just went to Atlanta.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, change our mind and just
went up to Atlanta. Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, cause I was going out there for a wedding, and I was still debating whether we was going or not. Cause we was like, man, we got all these bills. But then deals closed. We like, man, we got extra cash. We got extra funds. Go ahead, let's take this trip.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
And congrats on that. You said you closed one on Friday, right?
Yeah, closed one on Friday, closing another one this Friday as well. Yeah, and then we're working one right now in Texas as well to close out the following Friday. Y'all remember the Deal of Week shirt that I had, right?
Deal of Week.
Yeah. Keep the 9 to 5 away, baby.
That's right.
That's it.
My today's story said they're from Florida. G. Brown, good morning, fam. And David Bowie, do you have any wholesalers from Canada or working from other countries? What's your funniest wholesale deal?
I think that's for you, Flip.
What you said?
Yes, 2 questions. The first question is, do you have any wholesalers from Canada or working in from other countries? And what is your funniest wholesale deal?
Well, I've never done anything in Canada, but that's where Jamil Dingy with Keegley, Pace, and Jamil, that's where he started wholesaling. That is in Canada. That's where he grew up in Canada. Now, obviously, he's here in the States now, but so unless something has changed since then, I know it can be done there. One, I don't know about the funniest deal. I have to think about that. There's been some weird stuff happen.
Jamming always, my fault. Says Bankhead was crazy back in the day, but that was in the mid 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
That was before Freak Meat one. Way before Freak Meat.
About around that time. About when it started.
And Gemini always said, congrats, Chevo, as Ty calls you. Woohoo on your deal. It's just closed. And Karen S says, Karen in Atlanta. Hey guys. And Gary Rawls. Okay, my fault. Gary is Bronx, not BX. Brooklyn.
Yeah, BX, not BK. Yeah.
All right, okay. It's a big difference, right? Karen S. Guys, I want to make some business T-shirts. What size font do you suggest?
That's a good question, Karen. I don't know. You know what? Let me ask Adrian. She's done the majority, well, all of them really, all of my shirts. I'll ask her, and I can find out for you.
Yeah, I'll ask Tammy, let you know.
Mhm.
The women
Uh,
in our lives, right, Ty?
Uh, well, I think, man, we got different relationships, but
I don't know. We do. I'm just saying, there's a
uh,
woman in our lives, though. That's all I'm saying, bro.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
regardless of what relationship it is, there's a
no,
woman.
he wants to be clear. He
You
wants to
know,
be
Yeah,
clear.
there's a woman that's helping us.
great friend. A lot of
Yeah.
business try to do it together, whatever. But yeah.
Gemini always says, laugh out loud. Them deals be changing things. Laugh out loud, Chevy. And
Changing things,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
True
deal.
One Life says, good afternoon from Florida. What part of Florida? The One Life. Uh,
Yeah.
let us know what part of Florida you're coming from. Chevo is in from Tampa.
Tampa in the building. I stretched and ranged between Sarasota.
Ooh, how many hours is that
What?
from
Tampa?
Atlanta to Tampa?
Oh, 7 hours. we left. We left at. We left at 7 and got there around 3. Yeah, like 2:33.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
Don't, yeah, but that's not a long drive.
Oh,
It's just,
I
it's
mean,
just.
it is if I'm by myself, but if I'm not by myself, nah, it's not.
Oh,
So
you drove the whole way yourself.
no. So I
Okay.
drove. I drove for like 3 hours. Then my wife took over for like 45 minutes to an hour. I slept. Then I woke back up and continued driving and got there. And that was it.
Oh, okay. Not
Yeah,
too bad.
I
Not too
only need a
bad.
big nap, man, and I'm good. And then,
Look at that. That is over there like, nah.
and then the thing is that if I'm driving a car, I'm uncomfortable. But if I'm in like a SUV or something, I'm more comfortable because there's more space. So we took the Escape and we
Oh,
was
okay.
so yeah.
A lot of room. You need a lot of room. Okay.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember when
So
we were driving to Shreveport. That's 14 hours.
so
I just
what was you pumping as far as tunes? Was it an audio book or did you play music? Like what was you
oh, my wife like murder mysteries, so we was listening.
okay.
We was she like murder mysteries and she like Conan O'Brien. So Conan O'Brien and Trevor Noah. So whenever she's driving, she'll put on like Conan O'Brien or Trevor Noah. But when I'm driving, I'm like, you can throw on the murder mystery stuff.
Does she watch a lot of people watch those on YouTube?
Not so much as YouTube. She like murder mysteries and horror as far as like on like Apple TV and all that stuff. Like
Okay.
me, I'm more like anime. Like
Anime
I'll run through a whole series of animation for
on
days.
YouTube. On YouTube, are you have
Uh,
a channel?
Crunchyroll. We do
Oh,
Crunchyroll.
okay.
Crunchyroll and
You
that.
like you really into the anime, boy.
Yeah. Anime is my stuff, man. Like that's what it's like a nostalgia. Like there's so much craziness going on in the world. That's how I escape.
That's your break. I guess.
I don't really watch the news. I don't really get into all the current events and Facebook and all that extra stuff. Nah,
It,
man,
it none of it's necessary anyway. None of
not
it.
at all. Like people like, how come you're not on Facebook no more? Just not on Facebook. Like I'll come on Facebook to move a deal, but I'm not
Mm,
gonna come on Facebook and just be on Facebook. Like I've done moved plenty of deals on Facebook.
that's what's up.
So yeah,
The one line said, "Do you still JV?" Flip man got a property under contract in Old Town, Florida. I'm still new in the game.
we got you. That's how I let
Yeah,
your boy.
yeah. And they're in Polk County, Florida. Now I'm not sure
Yeah,
what that
Pope.
is.
Yeah, that's right there. Absolutely. So
Where?
there's Pope, there's Pope, there's Hillsboro, there is what else is
What is
there?
that in? What city? What city is that?
Oh, there's several cities. I don't know,
Okay.
but yeah.
Karen S. Laugh out loud. Ty said, Adria is not a Tammy. Oh, you saying? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Adria is fam, right? Is fam. Okay. Lionel Jackson, what up from Baltimore? And Jeremy Way said Ty 7 hour breaches the 2 hours. Yeah, because he did say 2 hours.
3. I said 3.
Three. Yeah, well, your mom.
Yeah.
I do love a good road trip. 7 hours would be a ball for me. 7 hours is not that bad. It's not that bad.
What's 7 hours from me? I'm trying to think. So that's basically probably like driving to.
That's driving to Tampa.
Well, yeah, because we close to Atlanta, so it's about. So I wouldn't do that. Like just, there's no way I would do that. Do that.
I've heard of Lakeland, Florida. Okay, I've heard of it.
Oh yeah, Lakeland. Lakeland is only 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Now I need to know.
Tampa, yeah. Who's that? Tampa.
So yeah.
So Chevy has some barbecue going on or some fish.
Actually, from Birmingham, Alabama, it says is 8 hours and 47 minutes, so basically 9 hours. Totally.
No way. No way.
Oh, that would be terrible.
No way. Flip, I'm gonna get you a plane ticket so you can come to Florida and hang out, man.
Yeah, please do.
Out of Birmingham, not Atlanta.
I'm
gonna get you a plane ticket out at that time. You coming if I get a plane ticket?
As far as all right. I'm traveling like that. What's the farthest I drive recently?
You may as well get a group of people together,
I guess we went to New Orleans, but it really wasn't like I drove down there, even though my vehicle went. We went to see the Saints and the Commanders play back in December, whenever that was.
Okay.
And, so that's like 5 hours from here. But I stopped in Mobile and spent the night at my brother's. That really don't count, right? And then when I came back, I stopped at my mom's house and spent the night there, and then came back. So it wasn't really, I guess still, but I ain't driving no one. If we got a Mobile, I turn the keys over him, because he knows New Orleans too. And so, so I guess it's still, yeah.
So I get to fight you. You get the Airbnb.
Oh, you mean like somewhere that's the lodging? Oh yeah, if you could take care of the flight, I'll do the lodging, whatever.
Okay.
I prefer a hotel, but yeah.
I mean, there's hotels. Yeah, there's hotels in the area.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure. Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
We're in there then.
And then you can go to the beach.
You can do that.
I ain't going to no beach.
I'll go. Now, don't get me wrong. It's cool. It's just nothing I got to do. I'm not gonna get in no water or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, normally they have most beaches. They have bars and restaurants like right on the beach.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do.
And the bars be open to, the view or whatever. Yeah, that's my thing. I can do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's my get down right there. I'm just people watching at that point. Got my phone out, no, that's cool. I like that.
Gemini Way is saying my escape is real estate. Taking it all in, I'm hooked.
There we go, Jamie. Oh, Jamie, now when we're done with this, give me a call as well. I got something for you. So yeah.
Gemini Way. Okay, all right. And Stevie Vaughn is asking Chevy, when you can, try a movie called Demon Hunter. It's
already watched.
Wait a minute, I didn't watch that. Who in that?
I just watched it. It's let me see if I can remember it.
Demon Hunter. Okay.
All right, that's what I watched. Nah, I didn't. Nope, I didn't watch that. No. Nope, I didn't watch that. I gotta ask my wife. I gotta ask Tabby, see if she watched it. But no, I didn't watch that.
Somebody called the one and only. See what up? 20-year flipper in Indy here. That's on TikTok. Dude,
20 years living, okay.
Jeff is in Tampa. So what are y'all discussing? Hey, the one and only, we waiting on some questions. If you still on here, you might have been checked out. We're waiting on some questions, man. So
I think it's an anime. I just looked it up. It's an anime movie that's called.
I know.
I don't know if that's what he's
Maybe the wrong thing pulled up then.
Jiu-jitsu. I am not the road trip type anymore. I'm worse with the kids asking, "Are we there yet?" 3-hour plane seat, me please. No layovers. Okay.
I don't mind though. Some people like that just gonna kill them just to change planes. I guess coming from Birmingham, I have to be comfortable with that. You know what I'm saying? Not that we don't have direct flights to places, but just depend on.
No, you going to Atlanta because everything from Memphis. You're going to Atlanta at some point, but
that's where it does here also. You literally, they don't even the stewardess or whatever they call them. They don't even flight attendants. They don't even just the flight's so quick. They don't even do no refreshments or nothing. Just up.
Time to go.
Back down.
Not from Birmingham to Tampa is only 1.5 hours.
No, I'm talking about to Atlanta.
Oh, to Atlanta?
Yeah,
that, like, 2-hour trip?
What, to fly?
Yeah.
To fly?
Yeah.
It's 2 hours to drive. So the flights, you come right back down, like literally.
Okay, like a 30-minute, maybe not even that much.
Little less than 30 minutes, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's dope.
Karen says, chat is saying that 6.5 to 7 hours driving from you or Charlotte, Orlando, St. Louis, and New Orleans.
Oh, talking about me? Oh, yeah. That's, I believe Charlotte might be. Yeah.
You been to Charlotte?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So let me ask you, Chevy, when you were talking about flights, the Tampa flight, does it have a lot of kids on? I know the Orlando flights, you're going to always have a ton of kids.
No, not really. I mean, I don't flew from Tampa to Jersey, Tampa to Jamaica. I never really run into no kids, man.
Okay.
When I was traveling with Asia, she was like 5 or 6, and she was saying hi to everybody. She just wanted to get to know everybody. I'm like, sit your ass.
He's friendly. He's networking,
And Tammy is like, well, that's your kid, like.
Right. She didn't see you doing
it. You're there. She's a kid version of you. Like, this is what you do in real life with grown people. You go anywhere, everywhere.
Look, she heard that presentation with the bathroom cleaner.
Yeah, man. She's like, the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you get to know everybody. You can't just sit yourself somewhere and just be quiet. I'm like, what's the fun in that?
Do you ever see her watching your videos that you do?
Oh yeah, she do, and Ivy do. When the YouTube come on, Ivy be like, "Daddy," and that's what Asia used to do, "Daddy." So yeah, my kids are awesome, man. They're pretty smart.
That's what's up.
So that's,
yeah. If she was in the airport, I'm like, go ahead, because hey, better to get you comfortable. No, understand about strangers though, but in that business life,
I mean, I'm there, so I'm not really too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to worry about it. The one life. Let me know what I need to do if we can JV, and thanks so much.
Just send it over. We'll evaluate it and take a look at it, and we'll put a buyer in place for it if it's a deal.
All right. Karen S says, let's do a meetup in Tampa for Ty's weekend.
So you just gotta. I'm gonna fly Ty.
I suggested it, but Ty is not going to do it.
Ty ain't doing no meetups.
No, I ain't saying I wouldn't do that. 13. Oh, if I need to.
That would be nice though. You like right now on the beach, and what I'm saying.
Great, Ty. Are you a first class dude, or you just need to just get there?
Hey, look here, my man. I'm when free is involved, beggars don't be choosing it. You know what I'm saying?
I was making sure I'm looking at these prices.
Hey, I told you, if just invite me to, you finna feed me for free. Trust me.
All right.
Whatever, whatever restaurant we pull up to, I'll find some on the menu I eat.
Okay. Yeah, I was out in Atlanta, man, and one of my remember the guy I was telling you that for a year he just was just putting in work, and then after the year was over, he crushed his second year in real estate
Mm-hmm.
consistently, right? So I went out there, I called him because I haven't talked to him in like probably like a year, and I called him and I was like, man, I'm in your city, man, I'm in Atlanta. And he's like, I recognize the voice, man. I know this ain't the GOAT Chevy. I was like, nah, it's a Chevy, bro. What's up? Like, I'm in your city though. What's good? He's like, dude, pull up, lunch on me, wherever. Like, let's do this, right? So, we we connected, man. He booked a reservation at a restaurant and everything like that. We showed up, and we was just talking and everything. He's like, man, just get whatever you want, man. It's all me. It's all good. So he's going through a season of just paying for high level coaching from all of these different industry leaders, and I was just picking his brain, man, and just really just seeing how what's the thought process, where the numbers are at. He There's people in the business that he's been coaching mentor that's making 10 million a year, 5 million a year, like that's high level strategic performance, right? And I'm just like, what are some of the questions that you're asking people, like, what are you doing when you get in this room with these people? Because he's like, man, on average it costs like 10 to 15,000 just to be in these presents.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just picking his brain, man, just getting the information, seeing if I could pick up anything from what he's
These,
learned.
these are wholesalers. You said doing 10 million.
Yeah, yeah. No social media presence, really. Just business that's just booming. Period. Like just crushing it day in and day out. Like I got one guy doing $1 million a month. Yeah, crushing it, crushing
That's
it, crushing it.
so.
So
Um, let me. There are some people on TikTok. So the one in well, he said that pesos for us that they give you them small cups on the trip too. I guess he's talking about the
but the flights.
um, what was it when he's referring to what Ty was talking about? I can't remember. And then Petty Wap says I drove 5 days to West Oakland. Oh yeah, that's a long trip.
Oh damn, 5 days. Oh, that's a road trip. Like literally,
Mm.
you gotta stop and sightseeing.
Oh, that's a little longer than a road trip.
Yeah,
Journey like that is a journey. He must went from one side of the map to the other side. Had to.
I'm the way I am. If I drive somewhere, well, normally the way I am also on driving. I like daytime driving. I don't.
me
If,
too.
if I can avoid night, I'm going to avoid it, just altogether. Like, and so, some family members or people I'm dealing with or whatever. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I ain't no lagging around like maybe you with family or something like that, and you really don't have a designated time to go or whatever. Hey, we got to get it, man. If we gonna leave that day, we gonna leave that day. It ain't no lagging around. It's just
Last conversation.
it's just long winded.
You ready to go?
Let's go, man. Well, if that's the day to go, oh yeah, well, I'm waking up ready to smoke out of there. No breakfast, nothing, none of that.
Not stopping for breakfast?
Yeah, I mean, not sitting down with them.
Oh, with them. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm out of that, man.
Gemini Way says,
Let me put it like this: as long as I can get back to where I'm going before it gets dark. Okay, let me reestablish that. So I already know in my mind, how long it takes. Some people have no measurement of time or whatever, but it's like one of my little pet peeves or whatever, just punctuality.
Like you just be ready to get back to the house.
Yeah, when I already, if we leaving that day, we leaving that day. So that's why flights are good, because you're on a schedule. You got to get the hell out of there. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Get left, which that's happened a few times for me. And recently.
And then you probably need to prepare for longer waits because of this. You need the real ID and all this type of stuff. So.
You know what? I was somebody, an older person had mentioned that to one of my friends, and it was her mom, and she was like, "What is my mom?" Yeah, I said, and I was saying the same thing. Then I saw the story on the news, and I like, you need to call your mama back and tell her you apologize to her, because she knew what she was talking about. It was a little bit more. It was a little bit more detailed than what she said, but yeah, she knew what she was talking about. So
yeah,
I technically don't have one. They say they're not going to stop you at the airport, but you might just get,
they're gonna put you in a different line.
Yeah, they'll search you more or whatever. So,
but I mean, it's just show them your birth certificate to get one. I mean, it's not that difficult. You're just sitting down there and waiting for them to do it, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go by if not tomorrow or Friday, I'm gonna go by the driver license place and ask them about that. But they said it was like a cutoff date, and that's expired now.
No, there's no cutoff date. It's just the cutoff that the airport, was saying it. You can still go through, just like you said, it's gonna be a different line, but you can still get your real ID. You just have to go down there and show them your birth. I think it's your birth certificate and something else, but that's all. It's just a hassle, but it'll be all right. But do you have the whatchamacallit? What is it, clear or whatever? But I think everybody has to have it, though.
Yeah, I have clear. Yeah. What was the question right here?
All right, and Chevy, we'll do, my man. Waiting on the follow-up call from one I'm actually working on. Woohoo, a vacant absentee owner. And Shazam is saying I'm in Charlotte. Okay. And Stephen Vaughn, yes, brother T, it's an anime movie. Did you ever see it, Chevy? Okay.
Yeah, I think I just watched that the other day. Yeah. If it's anime, yeah.
Gemini Ways, they don't even give you peanuts on the plane, Ty? Laugh out loud, 1.5.
No, it's only a 30-minute flight. Yeah.
You've never been on a 30-minute flight. That would be interesting. Jiu-Jitsu, what ratio of leads would you guys say you got?
Just take
if a seller is famous, if the price is right?
If the price is right, I'll say 1 out of 1,000. I've closed more sellers that say yes and what's your offer than I have sellers that say yes if the price is right. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that price is right. That's
They want retail.
Yeah, that's typically when they say stuff like that, it's more so. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, I just got off the phone today with a seller that's like, hey, I gutted the property. It's in Little Rock. He's like, I gutted the property and I want $65,000 for it. There's a property that's right behind it that he's like, I want $180,000 for it. So properties in that area range between 180 and 200,000, right? So if he wants 65,000 for the property that he's gutted, and I'm like, okay, so is there any wiggle room to that? Yeah, there's wiggle room to it, but I'm not going to give it away. So now the odds of closing that person where the numbers make sense is higher, right? Because he's like, yes, there's wiggle room, but I'm not giving it away. So the numbers have to make sense to where we can both agree that it's going to be something that we could do. So now so with stuff like that, we want to get on it immediately. So we're walking it right away. and if anything, we'll put it on the contract and let the buyers determine what's the value, and then ask for a reduction or walk away.
All right. Alexander S says, "What up, Flip fam? That would be cool to meet up with you all." And Gemini Ways says a meetup would be cool one day. Sherry Thomas has said night driving is different. And Gemini Ways, I'm with Ty. Before the break, early at the wheel, avoid night driving, lulls me to sleep. And True One Life would like to know where to send the property, family.
Oh, post the contact, Ty.
Oh, yeah, it's scrolling at the bottom there, right now. If that's what they're talking about. I'll put it.
Oh, post my number so you can text it to me too.
Oh yeah, I'll put your. Yeah.
5 days is wild though. Okay, 5 days.
Crazy.
What did they drive from? Florida?
Huh?
What did they drive from? Florida?
He just said I drove. This is on TikTok. I drove 5 days to West Oakland. So I'm not sure where you're coming from though. That was far. It's far wherever you're coming from. Longest trip I went on was 24 hours. That was to New York.
I did 26 from Memphis to Jersey.
Okay.
No, not from Memphis, from Amarillo, Texas to New Jersey, but I stopped in Memphis though on the way there.
Yeah. Oh,
So yeah, but yeah, 26 hours. I think
That's
from Memphis to Jersey, it's like right around 18 hours, somewhere around there.
Yep.
So yeah.
Kiva McCoy, how do you reach that level of consistency, closing deals monthly and building a team?
Deal flow. You gotta understand marketing, where you're getting your leads that are quality leads, where you're having quality conversation with sellers. And then as far as building a team, a lot of times if you're building teams with VAs, it's a longer process where there's more growth there than if you're. What my experience is, I've taught people that come in my business, they take what they wanted and they leave, and that's it. Whereas the VAs is more retained. They're working. It's actually a whole team of just employees that's working for you. And I mean, a lot of times, like I've had companies that have you fill out like non-compete compete agreements whenever they're teaching people how to do the business and the industry and all that. I've trained it. I mean, Tom, I'm sure you can relate to this. Like you train so many people, man, that just go off and some find success and some don't. But at the end of the day, you're giving people an opportunity to really just grow and flourish in this industry because there's plenty of money for everybody.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
All right. And Gemini Way said, I thought he said 1.5 hour flight. My bad. So it's a 30-minute flight. And Gary Rawls, Flip's doing some Kiss now. I realized I sent one with no response. I'm guessing a landline. Should I call?
Yeah, call, and then you want to follow with an email also.
That's the office phone.
Yeah.
And True One Life says, my question, family, what do you think about tax deed land properties? I just saw and own one, and owner just posted it. What's the pros and cons on those deals or no deal? Tax deed land property.
I mean, if it's a tax deed, that means that you're in a tax deed state. So, once the taxes go to auction, is there a redemption period for tax deed? I know there's one for a tax lien.
Well, each state is different on that. So yeah, so like Alabama, once it reaches an actual tax deed status, then the state it's crazy the way they do it here. But like, damn, what do they call it? If anybody out there in Alabama know what you call it, when you have to get in, you basically are getting in line. And what they do is they send you out an email with the price that you can purchase it at, that tax deed, and they give you like 10 days. And then after those 10, if you don't buy it after that 10 days, it takes another 30 days, I think, to go to the next person. So it may be, I don't know, it may be 200 people in line. It may be 20, it may be 15, but sometimes you just be ridiculous number. It may be 50 people. So what that means is 50 plus months before they get to you if you number 50. So it's crazy, but it's a company here, and I mentioned it before. I understand it a little bit, but basically they bid it pretty much on everything, right? And so when that bid comes up, so they have that window, so they'll put it out there that you can buy it from them, and they'll do owner financing. Normally, the owner finance, the down payment is the amount to get the tax deed from the state, and then you pay the additional monthly on it after that, right? I'm talking about like they move an immense amount of properties, man. It's just like, anyway, so the tool that, which they're sort of partnering, I think, but this tool is called Parcel Fair. If you, and just let them know I referred you or whatever, I think they give you like a 30% discount or something like that on the first month or something, but it's called Parcel Fair, but they're in different states now. Matter of fact, I'll just pull it up real quick. Because if people are interested in that, and I need to do another, and the dude is local here. That's what's crazy about it. He started this, he's local here. And the reason he came, and the reason that even came about that he started doing that is because when you used to hear in Alabama, especially Jefferson County, when you wanted to get the tax deed list or tax lien list or whatever you want to call it, they just gave it to you in like just a big, huge printout sheet with just what they call them, with parcel numbers on there, no addresses, right? It just was just terrible. So he took advantage of that free information and created this site, right? Parcel Fair. So let me see where are they located? I mean, where do they service? How do I find this? I haven't been on here in a minute. Oh, here we go. So Alabama, Arizona, I think they're doing not all states, but enough of them, right? Because I don't think this is all 50 states right here, but it's quite a few. So let me see, I'll just count them here. So that's 3 rows. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's doing 30 of the 50 states on here. So and it makes it really easy. So like, which I'm familiar with Alabama. So let me just go in here let me log in really quick. And so what you'll do is so let's see. So we're in Jefferson County, Birmingham, and split up into 2 like regions. So I want all property types. It says vacant only. If I want to just target out of state owners, and we could do vacant land or improvements. Improvements mean they have a house on it. So I'll just go with that, right? And so the list is over here to the right? And so if I zoom out, I think you're supposed to be able to start to see the little dots in here somewhere. Let me see. Oh, so yeah, so you see the blue here. If I click on one of these, it pulls up that particular property. If I go there, so it tells you, this tax deed, just Birmingham Land Bank. No, it ain't. So you would go through the state. And so let me click on this. So what is it called? I'm trying to see what that thing is called that they'll send to you. What is it called? Let me see. It's going to take me to the state site. And what is it called? I don't see. I don't think it has a name on here. But this here tells you. So I'm assuming this is the number that you would have to purchase at, right? I think that's the number. Well, no, that's not it. It's where is it? They show you where it is. Let me see. Where is it? I think it's over here somewhere. Let me see. You got an obituary search. I didn't know you had that on there. Where is the fee that you? I'm trying to find the amount. I think it's this number here. Is this 531 is what you would be able to get the property for. I think that's the number there. Let me see. The amount due represents the amount that was due at the time of the original tax sale immediately after the first year. It does not include additional. Okay, so it doesn't include the additional years. Okay, so payoff worksheet. Oh, there we go. So to acquire this property is 26,000. Right?
Your mic went out, Ty.
My mic went out.
Now you're back.
Okay. All right. So if I look at another one, let's see here. Y'all can still see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's look at this one. Let's see what the payoff work. I hit the wrong thing. This one here is 19,000. Let me do houses instead, just to give you an idea here. So let's search. There's 173. All right, and I can click on it. I can do it this way too. So let's look at that's a 2013 final map details. So this little rag house here. But let's see what the payoff worksheet is. So it says 15 grand. So basically what he would do is that like he has the bid on he has that 10-day window. So he would want them to now sometimes what he'll do, let me just say this, like that's a lot right there. So he may want them to put 5 grand down and he'll just go ahead and pay it because he's built that type of capital over the years. And then he'll owner finance it, but he'll probably owner finance it for like 30, right? And if they default on it, he just easily takes it back because he's not going to actually transfer the deed over to him the way they'll set up the owner financing. He can easily get it, ownership back or, remove them from the situation or whatever. So, but anyway, that's how it's done in Alabama. It's not going to be done in other places. But the point is that it makes it easy for you to search for particular properties and see what you want to try to pursue or whatever. So anyway, that's Parcel Fair. Let them know I sent you.
And Clayton wants us to know that we're talking about this road time. He's like, you need to be a truck driver. Okay, that's some real road time.
Who, me?
All of us, we were talking about.
You know what I thought about with trucking, and this was years ago, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone pull it off. And I don't know if there would be some type of DOT regulations on it. Because you have the internet or whatever, seem like you could, like when you're behind a truck, you're forced to see the rear of the truck, and it's a big area, right? Seem like you say if somebody had a fleet of truck, they had their own trucking company, they had 15 trucks just, going regional and nationwide or whatever, and you just rent that space as far as advertisement, right? Like we buy houses, we buy land, we buy this or whatever, or whatever type of business. It would seem like that would just be something that you could probably, number one, rent for a small amount or whatever, but get some big returns on it or whatever.
Great idea. It probably is waiting for you to put that out there and make some cash on it. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
We have a property in Brooklyn. Gary Rawls, of course. And can y'all read this description? Advise me how to move on it. This is in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah, I got it up.
Okay, let me pull it up. Yeah, there we go.
So for this, 550. Let me see something else. Let's do this. let's click on this right here. We got 220 and we got 425. So at 5, what is it? At 550, you probably need to be around like around 350 for this to work.
350. Okay. And on Instagram, Lighthouse, what's this? Lighthouse EI Group. Do you guys JV in Chicago?
We do deals everywhere, man. As long as there's buyers buying and the deal makes sense.
And Real Profits on TikTok is asking, do you have a discount code for bandit signs?
Yeah, just call them whenever if you're gonna call dirt cheap signs. And you know what? I believe they actually are the cheapest. When I was researching the bandit mail stuff and I was trying to find different options, I believe they are. And then, man, that's a business there could be. Anyway, I can't get.
You mean improved, or the business could be improved, or what?
Oh, it's tons of opportunity, and just oh my God, just the internet presence seems to be to me. But anyway, but dirt cheap signs, just speak to sales. Don't try to order online. Just call them and then order online or whatever.
Yeah, they'll send you the samples once you give them what you want.
Yeah.
9x24 still.
18 by. I recommend 18 by 24.
That's bigger and wider.
Yeah. Just I like that vertical look or whatever.
Yeah, I'm looking at my bandit signs right now. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing red, white, and blue, but blue and white or red and white is fine.
Yeah. One color will work. You're gonna pay extra for
the 3 colors.
Yeah, for the 2 color, the white is considered.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Sherry Thomas is saying the right of redemption, the right of repossession. I think she's asking, what is the right of redemption? I guess a definition of it. Is it considered a repossession?
Oh, it's so redemption period, meaning you have time to redeem your property. Like you have right to pay whatever the interest and whatever you owe, so you could take back your property, reclaiming it. Yeah.
But you still get your money if you had
if you're the buyer that paid the taxes. So in Louisiana, it's a tax lien state, so there's a redemption period, right? So what happened is, if somebody buys your land or your property from the auction, it accrues interest. So now you have to pay what's owed plus the interest for you to redeem it back. So you have 3 to 5 years. I mean, we've done deals where, a property go to auction like 11, 10 years. As long as you can catch up with who buys the property, you can always redeem it. So they never did a quick claim. They never acquired the title. So if the title was never acquired and it was just rented out, you can always redeem it. That's just in Louisiana though. Like Ty said, all states are different, so they have different requirements.
And Phil W is saying Parcel Fair is good too. Site shows everything. If you want someone to hold your hand because you need to do due diligence, follow David Hahn. That's what he's suggesting. She was asking that question. Is Supreme Legacy, welcome to the live, a Peace Family. Can you comp this property in Wilmington, Delaware?
I like Delaware.
Yeah.
Okay, 2-1. Okay. Okay, So it's on LoopNet. So it's a commercial spot. Am I tripping, Ty?
You wait a minute. I'm not even looking. What you got?
It's on LoopNet. It's a commercial.
Oh, does it say it's for sale?
Let me go back.
Yeah, go back to the YouTube thing. Um, that same one. Okay.
I don't know why it just popped up on LoopNet.
Mm.
Off market.
Now, his does have a north in it though.
Oh, here's have a north in it. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the same property. Let me see.
Nah, it's not. It's not. So it's North Jackson. So North Jackson Street. Um. mm,
Say North Jackson Street.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not pulling up Supreme Legacy, or is that it?
North Jackson Street.
Okay.
What was it? What city?
Wilmington,
Wilmington, yes.
Delaware.
Yeah, this is a warehouse.
Oh, okay.
Uh, yeah, it's a warehouse. Oh, 201 North Jackson Street is a warehouse. Well, that's what is. That's what is. Well, that's what PropStream is saying it is. Let me say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a warehouse.
It pulls up on LoopNet. That's what I thought. It was something
Yeah.
like that.
Looks like apartments though, but it must be the bottom part of it or whatever. So, yeah.
So I guess he could follow up with us on that.
You got to give us more detail on that one, man.
Please, Saya.
Lincoln is asking, good afternoon, everyone. Houston, Texas in the house, ready to get this priceless game and inspiration. Gemini Wade says, rent the back space on the back of 18 wheelers is boom. Let's love it. Great idea. Just
Yeah, I don't know what the regular. I guess you still could. Well, that's a good question. It wouldn't. I know the perfect person to ask. I hit him up when I finished. Matter of fact, I just text him right now.
all right. And Lighthouse is asking on Instagram, what's the site again to submit deals?
Ty at Dealulate, right? Ty at Dealulator.com.
Dealulator.com. And
Yeah.
Gary Rawls was asking for the description to be read for that one in Brooklyn that we did.
Yeah, they're saying sight on scene. Like they want you to buy. They want you to buy it with the tenant in it and it's sight on scene as is. No access, no nothing. Either you want it or you don't. No showings permitted. No
Bro,
contact with current residents.
What they said?
there could be dead bodies in there, you know.
Oh,
Whatever.
let me share. Let me share it. So yeah, the description is it's sight on scene. It's sight on scene. Said it's fully finished basement, laundry room, all that, but it's still sight on scene. So what you see is what you get. So these pictures is what you have to go off of. And they want 550,000. And they want 550,000.
And he's also asking, so should I offer lower? Because they won't allow you to see it.
Hey man, you gotta find a buyer that's willing to buy it. Sight on scene. So you get it low enough, yeah. I would offer the 220 then in that range.
Because previously you said 3, right?
Yeah, 350.
So you would drop it down 100,000, cousin?
That's where you want to start at, and then work your way up. If you start at 350, they just gonna ask for more. So start low, work your way up.
Makes sense.
350 is a sweet spot.
True One Life says it's Lehigh Acres in Florida. He was asking 27K. He says he needs to pay a tax certification to the title company, so he can't go too low.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta look at the deal see if it makes sense.
All right, and Chef Conchise 6. First time seeing you here. Looks like one of the Jacksons are on now. Is that Marlon? What's the best text blasting platform from real estate? Tesla just told me they are good for real estate because you got to have an opt-in ahead of time. No cold texts.
What do you ask? What's the question?
What's the best text blasting platform for real estate?
Well, I'm affiliated with Launch Control right now, so we've been using them over the last couple of weeks. Chevy does go high level, so, but I actually have an affiliate account with them. So if you text SMS to 205-964-5243, we'll get going. Get you going.
And then you mentioned there's a opt-in ahead of time, no cold text. What all we do is cold texting.
Well, yeah, what he's saying is that technically, it's a gray area.
Yep.
It's a
Yep.
gray.
It's a gray area.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a gray area.
You're not a realtor, so.
Full disclosure: all the people that we text receive our text messages, and it could say stop. And they're completely removed off the text campaign.
Lionel Jackson, have y'all closed any deals in Texas with a realtor? When I send a kiss offer, those that consider say that I have to send a T1 Trek contract. I've asked can they represent me, but they don't seem to want to.
Oh, okay.
You're just dealing with the wrong people. Yeah, but you definitely just need to make clear that you're okay with them. If you go to Zomp's Find Deals and scroll down, you'll see 10 responses there on what to say to realtors when they respond, and it's number 10. Just make it clear, what you want to do.
And a lot of times, based on the properties that you're going after as well, you're going to get pushback like that. So if you're going after something that's remodeled and sellers are looking for retail, you're going to get those pushback. But if you're going after something where there's a motivated seller, guess what? Sellers are motivated, man. So 9 out of 10 times, the realtor is going to be motivated as well. So you just gotta be mindful of what you're targeting also.
And people are responding now. Jamming Our Ways is, well, Gary Rawls has said that guy that I was asking about. When he on Welcome Back Carter, that guy? It's like he played Joe Jackson in the Jackson. That's what he said. Lawrence Hilton. And then Gemini Ways said Freddie Boom Boom Washington. Hi there, love it. Okay. And that's the guy from Cooley High. Have you ever watched Cooley High? You never watched it? Okay. I remember, yeah, at Welcome Back Carter. That's what I remember from Welcome Back Carter. He used to be on that show. Okay. And Rita's Cannon said, hello, I'm back. Welcome back. I'm glad you was able to rejoin us because I was thinking that you said that you were normally working. So welcome back, though. I remember he's a truck driver, right? The first, what was it called, sir? The first, it's a truck driver. I just remember him being a truck driver. Cooley High, Chef has said, I asked a question about Tesla rejecting me, and I heard someone say you're not a realtor. Well, I am a realtor, laugh out loud. So does the great area apply to me more or what?
If you're a realtor in that state, yeah, then yeah, that that's different. No,
Do you have to disclose it that you're a
well,
realtor?
yeah, you won't do that. You're supposed to do that in any situation, I thought, or whatever. So, but you're a realtor in that state, so now what you're trying to accomplish with KISS is not going to work the same because I don't know how the splitting commission would work. I guess if you purchased in your LLC, you could give up the commission or whatever. It just would be a conversation on how you all want to work that out. I would assume or whatever, but you definitely have to disclose it. So
Yeah, does so it does make a difference. But he is asking about that because I want to know, even though there's no legal advice, but you don't want to get caught up in the crazy stuff. Lincoln, when you close your deals, how do you determine how much to save, reinvest into the business, pay yourself, and set money aside for taxes? Is it based on how much your assignment fee is?
It's based on assignment fees. We have five different accounts. We have the income account where the money comes in. We have our operating account where we're paying business. We have our owners compensation account where that's for our personal. Then we have our tax account, and then we have our savings account. So we do typically depends on the assignment fee. We're right at 10 to 15% going into the tax account, then another 10% owner's compensation account, then another 10% going into the other account, and then we do 40% for the owner for our operational account, and then we do another 10% for the income account. So that's all depends, but that's how we disperse it though.
and I'm going to say seek out a CPA.
Yeah. That's a. I'm not no accountant. I'm not no financial advisor. I'm just an investor. Stuff that I do work for me. That's it. I'm not advising you to do the same.
Yeah, the last mile. That's what what's it called? The first mile, the last mile, something like that. And Rita's saying, yeah, I'm audio only right now. Okay, so thanks for checking in with us. Join us on the live, Rita's. And Lincoln is saying, sorry I missed the lives from last week. I was battling an 104-degree fever, which is crazy. I couldn't shake, but caught the replays, and I'm feeling better now. So I'm glad that you're feeling better. That's pretty scary, the 104-degree fever. But glad that you're feeling better. And okay, Chef, it said, oh, okay, thanks for the info. I didn't realize y'all's answered questions live, so I just wanted to thank y'all for taking the time. Truly appreciate you all.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right?
What we do. Okay, that's what we do. Rita said profit first method. Is that what it's called?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Profit first method. Okay.
I just implemented it January, February. A difference in how I see my business and how I run it. Because I would, as investors, we make these big lump sum of money, and we turn around, we work it like it's a paycheck to paycheck, man. But you got to understand that you pay yourself first, so you can save, and then you take care of what's important. So yeah.
And Javs on TikTok is asking, do you like your job?
I love my opportunity, and I love working for me. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, okay. We can do the topic.
Yeah, because I'm getting ready to go too.
What makes a seller actually motivated to sell cheap?
What makes a seller actually motivated to sell cheap? There's situations and them being able to they a lot 9 out of 10 times listing it they're looking to list if they're not looking to list at retail, or they have to fix the property, or they're relocating, or they're downsizing, inheritance, divorce, they need to sell. um, there's several different things that makes a seller motivated to sell cheap. It's and even sometimes when they're selling cheap for them and cheap for us might not be the same thing. So you just have to be mindful as far as making sure the numbers make sense. So you got to know how to evaluate a deal for it to actually be a deal. Um, because whenever you're talking to a motivated seller, you could tell a motivated seller from a non-motivated seller. A motivated seller, you don't really get too much pushback. They just want to make sure the numbers make sense for everybody. And you as an investor, you want to make sure the numbers make sense for you as well. So a motivated seller, the biggest objection that you'll probably get from a motivated seller is let me see what all. The biggest objection, I want to sell but I don't want to give it away. That's the biggest objection that you'll probably get from a motivated seller. I want to sell, but I don't want to give it away. So they're motivated, but they want to make sure the numbers make sense for them. And long as the numbers make sense, something can happen. I ran into a seller where they wanted like 120,000 for their property, and we're at 80,000, and their mortgage is like around 70,000, but they've left the property, right? They're not going back to the property. So they was like, I want to sell, but I don't want to sell too low. So the solution to that is to make the numbers make sense for everybody. So if we're at 80, they're at like 120, they got to come down closer to the 80. So the discussion is what you gonna do if you don't sell the property? And the seller's objection was, well, I'll probably just put a family member in it. And I'm like, what? So you're just gonna put a family member in the property and they're just gonna be paying the note? I've ran so I'm now using being relatable, where I'm like, well, I have similar sellers in your situation where they put the family members in the property, and guess what happened? The family member wound up not paying, or they destroy the property, and then you got to put more money into it. There's more stress there, and you're never going. You don't really go back to that town or that city anyways. So what will it take for it to make sense? And then the seller comes down to like 105,000. And we're like, okay, now we're a little bit closer because they're moving. And we wind up settling at like 90, 95. So motivate when they're motivated, that conversation got to happen. You got to know what a motivated seller looks like, if that makes sense. Right, Ty?
Yeah, I'm trying to do a couple things. Yeah, so what makes a seller actually motivated to sell cheap? Well, if you watch enough of my stuff, one word, well, I guess two: time and life. Um, a lot of times, when people they'll see, you may explain something or whatever, and they're like, "Who would do that? Who would sell that house?"
Mhm.
I get it. Your life is perfect. You made all great financial decisions. You never had any situations where you were financially challenged, or you never had a situation where you made a decision emotionally. It wasn't even about the money. You've never had a situation where it was a piece of real estate was more of a problem than an asset to you. I get it. Your life is perfect, but guess what? There's like 8 billion more people out here, and 350 million of them live in the United States of America. That ain't everybody's situation. What I know, and if you do this long enough, is that life creates motivated sellers. Just the normal stuff that I know exists everywhere: death, divorce, loss of job, of income, taxes, property taxes, or just income taxes, health. A medical bill can wipe you out, like literally just wipe you out, a medical situation. Kids' tuition, relocation, which death, I'm gonna say inheritance, but that goes back to somewhat death, probate situations, and obviously foreclosure that goes to an income situation. But just life, everybody's not like life is a box of marshmallows. That's not everybody's situation. So opportunities present themselves, not that you're taking advantage of someone, because again, sometimes it's just as simple as, hey, I don't need the money, but I ain't gonna, I'll sell it to you. I want something for it, whatever. But this, I'm done with this. It causes me more headache than it adds a benefit to my life. That presents an opportunity for you. But the only way you seize those opportunities, you have to be constantly putting yourself in front of them that you exist and you buy real estate, houses, land, whatever the situation is. That was part. I finally uploaded the video from a man that would direct mail on yesterday, and that's a good part of what we talked about is just making sure that they're seeing that you exist constantly, so you can get your opportunities. Because I can call someone today, and there's no way they'll sell it. Chevy sends them a text message 2 months from now, and boom, it's a deal. Just because life has changed in those 2 months, that it wasn't even a consideration for me to sell that property, especially selling it at a price that would work for us as wholesalers. So just like time in life, just automatically gonna make you change your mind about a lot of different things or whatever. So there you go. Just like I can probably, most people can relate to this. And 2 reasons I probably never have gotten a tattoo before, because of the pain, number one. But what if it's just like, I changed my mind? Like, I changed my mind. Just like, and so the better analogy is, well, when I was in college, that first real girlfriend I had, boy, I loved her dirty drawers. Like, that don't exist no more. Like that feeling doesn't exist anymore. So see how easy your mind can change? Everybody watching this can relate to that. I don't care who you with right now. And I ain't gonna say who you with, you like somebody just as much, but normally in love is just in love. There's different levels of it. I don't think I fall for somebody as hard as I fell for her. That because I was just so young. And then the chick after her, same thing. It's sort of hard for me to fall that hard, right? Because of all the stuff that came with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought these, especially the second one, I thought these were like she was just perfect. She just couldn't do no wrong, like literally. Boy, your boy got crushed, just devastated. I had just like within the first couple of years I started doing real estate. I was going through the motions of doing deals. I would have checks waiting on me to go pick up from clothes. I didn't even want to go pick them up. That's how depressed I was about the situation.
Oh, that's pretty depressed, right?
The boy was down. Boy. So some of my friends still make fun of it now. The couple of them that know it, because really a lot of people didn't know. Because I don't really put my business out there like that. And like just real quick, just to get, since it's so old, it don't even matter. So I really didn't have nobody to talk to her about it, but 2 people. Was her, the person I'm going through it with, and Adria. And Adria just, she hard, like, just like, she just like F her, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
I didn't want to hear all that, you know what I'm saying? So I called my mom about 3 in the morning. As far as she know everything was fine or whatever. And it's back in 2003, 2004, something like that. And so I called my mom like 3 in the morning, like it was 3 p.m. He's like just talking. Hey, boy, just bust out crying, boy. just bawling. she was
You
like,
took that pretty hard, yeah. We've always,
wait a minute. So as I was telling her, I asked her not to tell any of my brothers and sisters about it. You know why I know she told them what happened? Because they've never, because she used to go down home to me, all the stuff, see my phone, all that kind of stuff, and she just disappeared. My brothers and sisters have never asked me about that. So you know what that means, don't you?
they want you to relive it.
For 6 or 7 years, probably they see at least 3 or 4 times a year, and then she don't exist no more, and they never asked me about it. So you know what my mama did? She didn't tell my business.
Yeah, don't say nothing to Ty.
Don't tell him I told you.
Don't say brother get called.
Don't tell him I told you.
See, I know how she did. Oh, your brother just called me. I thought I was going to have to get in my car and go up there and see about it. He just was so pitiful. I didn't know. She just told all my business, man. But anyway, my point is, I changed my mind. They made me change my mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's.
I want to know why did you marry her?
I did ask her to marry. See, there we go.
Here we go. You open up Pandora's box.
I asked her to do that before real estate, right? I was just working at Bell South, and I should have known when she said she had to think about it, right? And so, but again, she saved me from myself, right? Right now, I thank her. She saved me from myself. A matter of fact, I bought the ring. Tell you how your boy bought the ring. This is how jacked up I was. Went to Atlanta, and my cousin, he and I are like a day apart, right? I was born July 31st. He was born July 30th. He signed for me to get a ring, right? So I was gonna make payments on like Fred Sam. I only got 60 more payments left on it.
Right.
Bought the ring back, and
he didn't co-sign a ring for you.
Gave it back like 2 days later, huh?
He didn't co-sign a ring for you.
Didn't co-sign the ring for you, boy. Took it back up there. They took it back though. So.
Oh, you took it back.
They took it back. They gave the debt.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh, there must have been a great spirit in that thing.
Yeah, they took it back.
Oh Lord.
Took it right back up there.
That story got me all twisted on what.
Yeah.
You was in love though, brother. That was in love. You was in love, that brother.
Pitiful.
In love.
My mama didn't call my business, man. But they don't know. It's rare. Like, I don't share none of that stuff like that or whatever. Because my thing is about that. Just real quick, we'll move on. Cause I know we're about to go. Is that once you let your folks know, like you having that turmoil with a relationship, and then you go back to them, your folks you might got good with the situation. Your folks really ain't. Because they ain't the ones attached emotionally and making emotional decisions. They're making objective decisions that this person ain't good for them. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been my thing. And I learned that the hard way through a family member and I was young, then I was like maybe 20, 21. And, they got into it real bad and, some physicality, and I'm all mad about it. And guess what? She go back to him. I said, oh, this how this work. You stay out of it. This how this work.
Oh, now you talking.
Just say I went up there, wanted to do something, and I'm gonna end up dead, and she back with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, that's how this work. Yeah. You stay out of it. Cause they not making rational decisions, I'm
gonna tell you something. You know Bush, he told me this a long time ago, and I always remember. He's like, you would never understand the relationship between a man and a woman. Stay out of that. I don't care if it's a family member.
Hey, I understand it. Just a lot of see, you're making an emotional decision, and when you make a decision emotionally, in most cases, you're not making the best decision. I know we all in love, and a lot of marshmallows or whatever, but just think about it. That's like that's why one of the reasons why divorce rate is is so high is because it's made emotionally. I get it. I'm just telling you, that's one of the reasons. I ain't saying it's the reason, but it's one of the reasons. So arranged marriages, I'm for. Let me just say that. I get it. Because it's being made logically by people that are not emotionally attached and they learn to love each other. It's worked for thousands of years.
It seems like you got some deep stuff. We need a whole nother separate channel for you to go into relationships and
I don't know.
it seems deep. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
It's this experience, man, and watching. But anyway, you know.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta go.
We gotta go too. So everybody, appreciate everyone that joined us. I guess we'll be back tomorrow night, flipping our 346, and we'll be back on Friday. Thanks, and we will see you on FLIP SID.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash.